There was never a honeymoon. From the moment the election results were announced, a national movement of resistance was organized against Donald Trump. It swelled in protest on the streets of America even before he took office. Many in Hollywood and many even in the news media have joined the resistance and spoken out against our first citizen president. Trump is the first American to ascend to the presidency without ever holding a military or political title. And the way things are going, he could be the last. From the time that he was sworn into office, there have been calls for his impeachment.
And I will fight every day until he is impeached.
And now, as we approach the midterm elections, political ads calling for the president's impeachment are already hitting the air.
Why is he still president? Join us today. We have to do something.
That's Tom Steyer, a politically active billionaire hedge fund manager. You can expect Donald Trump and the possibility of impeachment to be a big issue in the upcoming midterms, and already there are some bad signs for Republicans. This week, Republican Speaker of the House Paul Ryan announced that he's not seeking re-election. He joins 36 other Republican congressmen who have announced that they're not going to run again. Remember, impeachment proceedings begin in the House of Representatives. This is a pretty good time to point out that the writers of the Constitution did not intend for impeachment to be a political tool. They set a pretty high bar. A president can only be impeached for treason, bribery, or high crimes and misdemeanors, although that last part does leave some room for interpretation. However, it is generally understood that impeachment is only to be used for abuse of power while in office. So the payoff of porn star Stormy Daniels, while unseemly, is probably not an impeachable offense. Although 2 federal judges were impeached by Congress for drunkenness. You see, here's the problem. The House of Representatives gets to decide what an impeachable offense is. And with just a simple majority, they can impeach a president or any other federal official. But that does not mean he or she is removed from office. That would take a conviction. And a trial in the Senate would commence, and a person can only be removed from office if 2/3 of the Senate, or 67 senators, vote for conviction. In the history of this country, only 19 people have been impeached, most of them judges, and of those 19, only 8 have been removed from office. Trust me, you'll be hearing a lot more about this in the coming months. And the question you need to ask yourself, no matter how much you like or dislike this man, first and foremost, you need to ask the question, has he committed an impeachable offense while in office? Because if you want him impeached simply because you don't like him, you don't like that he was elected, that you don't like his policies, or you don't like his tweets, that's not good enough. We have had presidents who have killed people in duels before they took office, and they were never impeached. But if you still want him impeached, no matter what, remember this, there are consequences. It changes the process forever. I know we have a former TV star in office, but you can't use impeachment like a gong in the Gong Show. Because once you use impeachment as a purely political weapon, you lower the bar. And every president going forward will live under its threat. That's not to say that a current or a future investigation won't find grounds of impeachment, but certainly there are none right now. And even the talk of impeachment, especially as a campaign strategy, sets a dangerous precedent.
Impeach 45.
I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.